We here at Bobchat like to think we help shape our nation's youth, but unless you want your children to grow up like us, we suggest only listening with other inebriated adults.
I'm willing to do anything for Bobchat Podcast.
It's Bobchat Baby.
And we're just sitting here cranking a few beers, hacking a couple darts, and shooting the shit, you know?
Okay, so studies show that drinking a beer every single day is healthier for you than being dead.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What? Yeah, what?
I thought it was way deeper.
What? Yeah, get out of my head, Bob. Welcome to another episode of Bob Chat. This is another on the go, on location episode of Bob Chat. We are at our good friend Adam's house. That was a beautiful voice you just heard, wondering what I was talking about, which most people usually do. They're always wondering what I'm talking about. But it's Adam from Bob Chat episode 37, talking spaghetti on a boat.
I'm pretty sure you said it was 36, but
it's my show.
Yeah.
It's my show.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. No, it's 37. It's 37. Talking spaghetti on a boat.
See, you need a host to fact check.
I know, I can't afford it. Yeah, sign up for our
One
Patron
day.
or our Patreon, guys. We need
Patron.
sign up for our,
Patron.
sign up for our Patron. Yeah. We need tequila and assistant. But yeah, what's been going on? What have you been up to? You just went on a trip, didn't you?
Yeah. We just got back from Alaska on Sunday, 3 a.m.
Wow.
This was when we pulled into the driveway to get back home. Yeah.
So how? Yeah. So you went on a cruise ship, right?
Yes.
How was that?
It was good. Second cruise of my life.
I was gonna ask you, have you been on a cruise before?
Yeah, I was 12, I think. I went on a Caribbean cruise.
Yeah, me too. I went on a Carnival cruise.
Mine was Royal Caribbean, I think.
Oh,
but
shit.
It was cool. It was cool. I don't know. Some of the stops there were... Jamaica was cool because they had the waterfall you could climb up.
That's dope.
Yeah, but I ate a pink hot dog, which was really uncomfortable. It was neon pink.
What?
And there was iguanas all over the table and stuff. It's kind of out of my element at that point.
You're like, what is happening?
Yeah. You're 12. It's first time out of the country and you're like, oh my jeez.
Oh my God, where are we? Everyone's high. I don't know.
I didn't even know what weed was at that point. So, Mexico was interesting.
So that was part of the cruise. Or
the stops, those were the stops. So
that's not bad.
I don't know.
That sounds pretty cool.
And I was pretty confident that I'll do this again. And
go on a cuse again.
Yeah. This time we went to Alaska. I don't know if I said that already.
You did.
Okay.
Me and Adam got just so everyone knows. Adam made me a delicious dinner tonight. It was amazing. Do you want to tell them what we had?
If anybody that I know is on here that's listening, they guarantee it's burgers and fries. So,
it was burgers and fries. Yeah, it was amazing.
They were good though. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Top of the line. We got butter lettuce, I think that's what it's called.
Brioche buns.
Brioche buns.
Pre-buttered.
Yeah.
Yeah, good little
buttered by me, not by the grocery store. Some people.
I don't buy
understand.
Pre-buttered stuff. Yeah, I do the pre-butter.
I do the buttering. Thank you. It's pre-cut.
Yeah, Breaking Bad. I'm the one who knocks. I'm the one who butters. Who do you think you're talking to?
That's a stretch.
So, anyways, we had a delicious dinner. It was amazing. Burgers and fries, smash burgers, by the way.
Yeah. There's, hot topic. Some people think they're for real.
Let us know, Bobchat listeners. What do you think about smash burgers?
I'd be curious.
Are you a fan or not a fan? Flip or drip? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I was with you up until the last.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to make an analogy about flipping burgers and not eating burgers. I don't know.
You got lost in the process.
Yeah, I did. We got high. That was the point of this. I was trying to give some context. We had an amazing dinner. We got high. I've had a couple of Bud Lights. But yes, you did say Alaska. Yeah. That was quite the segue to get us
tie it all back.
Yeah, full circle. That's what we do here. So you guys went on. So you and Vanessa, who is Adam's girlfriend.
Okay, so first off, this goes way back. We actually had this cruise booked in 2019.
Oh, thanks a lot, COVID.
Yeah. So honestly, I was like, I am not going on a fucking cruise ship after I started seeing. Oh man, this guy's stuck for 3 weeks. I know I'm getting an inside cabin. I don't give a.
Yeah.
I'm not paying an extra $1,000 for a fucking window.
So
right?
you're basically
I'm
locked
not in my room.
You're in a cell for 3 months.
So yeah, if I get stuck, I'm in a wooden box with
Yeah.
Vanessa likes me. I don't know who'd kill who first.
Yeah. Is everything okay in there? No, we're trapped on a fucking ship, man. Of course we're not okay.
It would not be.
I haven't breathed fresh air.
We didn't find this out, but like, so, okay, I'll get to that. Vanessa's grandma said, I'm going to take everybody. So, like, it
on
was,
a cruise.
Yeah, so it was her parents, Vanessa's
so now,
brother.
Was this before you, like, this was after you guys had planned the trip, just the two of you?
No, the whole trip was grandma's idea.
Since 2019. Like, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So she was like, I got you.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing.
And so it was me, Vanessa, her brother, her parents, her aunt, and then obviously her grandma. And like,
of course, yeah.
Some plans change and whatever, but and a family friend, Patty, fantastic.
Patty, I think you told me about Patty. Maybe.
No, the different Patty.
Okay,
yeah.
A lot of Patties.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and also, so she has like 3 different names legally, so she had to actually like talk to people in the airport rather than going like automation. It's like, come on.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so yeah, let's maybe. Okay, so the trip was planned by her grandma. This Alaskan cruise
got delayed.
Family's gonna go. Got delayed. Let's run me through.
Finally made it happen.
Run me through like how was the travel? So so you left London.
Everything was super smooth. Everybody's talking about like airport delays and stuff, but I think that was just international stuff. Like we're flying to Vancouver, so it was super straightforward.
I mean, Alaska's basically part of Canada.
Well,
we're gonna get a lot of hate from the American listeners.
Cruise ship, so like the cruise ship is gonna make sure that's taken care of. Right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
even when we got there, longest wait was maybe 15 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
Like, everything was smooth. Yeah.
So what did you do? You flew to Toronto?
We took a bus limo. Actually, yeah, we splurged
to Toronto.
Oh,
okay, bougie.
Well, they picked us up like.
Tell me there was
liquor.
Was there liquor in it?
We got mimosas.
Oh,
yeah, because it was like an early morning flight, so.
Oh, so okay. I'll have 7 mimosas,
please.
Makes
sense. Yeah.
Can you guys make a Caesar or Bloody Mary? Or?
It was all Vanessa. She did the planning of that. Yeah.
Okay, so the limo bus to Toronto Airport. Yeah. Mimosas on the way. Amazing.
Airport was straightforward. Get on the plane, fly, land.
Where'd you fly to?
Vancouver.
Okay, so Toronto, Vancouver. What's that, like 5 hours?
Yeah. Funny enough, it is faster to fly back than it is to fly there because of like the wind speed.
The airstream,
like,
yeah.
It makes like a noticeable difference. It was pretty wild.
It's not
I don't know what that.
It's what it is.
The cold thing.
Yeah, it's it's like the international jets. It's like the jet stream is what it is. I don't know exactly I'm sure each particular jet stream has its own name, but that's what it is essentially. It's a jet stream of the hot and the cold air, and it like pushes the hot air, pushes the cold air or something. Just in case anyone listening doesn't know already, I'm not a meteorologist, but I mean I have a basic understanding of it. But yeah, sure. So isn't that weird though? Isn't that weird how that works?
Yeah.
You know what else?
We're talking about the most boring parts of the trip.
I know. Well, we're building suspense. We're building the intensity. Okay, so you get to Vancouver. What do you do next?
So we
gotta get that build up, baby.
Had to walk to the SkyTrain.
Oh, okay.
And we took the SkyTrain pretty well to the port.
Is it like a high-speed monorail?
Yeah.
Does it go fast?
I don't know why more places don't have that. It was incredible.
Because I think it's because dude, we have a hard enough time even trying to get like high-speed normal railways, right? But I mean,
that's a whole other.
The innovation,
London will never do it.
No, of course not. Yeah. We can't even get faster buses. No. That fell through.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to make express bus routes.
Yeah,
and that didn't happen.
Went about a quarter of the way.
Yeah,
and say, we're good actually.
That's your tax dollar. Yeah, it's your tax dollars hard at work.
We'll build bike lanes.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's safe. Let's put all the bikes on the roads. Anyways, I hate bike people.
I digress.
I hate people that ride bikes. You're not a car. Get off the road. Fuck. The worst is when you're out in the country, man. And there's packs of them.
They choose the stupidest roads to bike on.
I know. Like this is a highway. Go down a side road where nobody fucking drives.
Exeter and Exeter and Wonderland, massive construction, and there's like bikes every time I go down there, and half the road's gone. I'm like, you couldn't find a better road to go down?
When I go to work, I take a highway, and it's Medway Road, but it's a country highway. But it's very heavily traversed by cars, and it's like, and you're coming home and like in the summertime and like in the afternoon, like maybe like 4 o'clock, 4:30, and like literally, and there's farming equipment, so like you're already getting slow, and there's a gravel pit close to my work, so you're getting slowed down by gravel trucks, fucking farm equipment, and then now throw in like some group of 20 assholes on bicycles that take up the like I go around you, but I'm like
in the country they're
I physically
in
can't go
too.
around. Yeah, and I physically can't go around you. Like I have to literally put my entire vehicle in the opposite lane.
Yeah.
Just to go around you guys.
So I'm going in danger.
But there's
because
so much traffic. You never get a chance to
to
go around them. Because you're like, fuck, I'm going to clip one of them. I don't want to kill somebody. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Well, I mean, I don't want to kill someone I don't know. I mean, they're not on my list. I'm just kidding. I never want to hurt anybody. I would never kill someone. I don't think I can do that. Animals, yeah, I like hunting, but no domestic animals. We're gonna get a lot of. I'm sure a lot of people will be.
Let's go.
Let's reel it back into the trip. Okay. Yeah, I'll take you hunting for
sure. So we go from the sky train to the cruise ship.
I would never Dick Cheney you, bro. I swear to God, if you know what that means.
I don't.
So Dick Cheney, former vice president of the United States under the George W. Bush administration, he actually shot a guy in the face with a shotgun on a hunting trip. Apparently, it was a quote unquote hunting accident, but he like basically like filled a guy's side of a guy's face full of like fucking birdshot. Yeah.
Didn't he say he was like carrying it or something? Like,
well, something. Yeah.
Exact
hunting accident, right? But
yeah.
If you watch the movie Vice with Christian Bale, I don't know if have you seen that movie Vice with Christian Bale, where he like basically like you wouldn't even recognize him, like he is all about Dick Cheney, and yeah, like there's a scene.
Christian Bale's amazing.
Oh my God, right?
Dark Knight, the whole
so
series.
Good. Okay, let's bring it back to Alaska. Okay, so now you're in Vancouver. What's next?
Basically, we go right to the ship.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. We got a little bit of time in Vancouver on the way back, which is
cool.
cool. Because like I've never been in Vancouver, so
why would I want to go there for the amazing art and great music? Ugh,
no, I've always wanted to go, but honestly, Canada, the farthest I've gone outside of Ontario is like Hull, Quebec, which is like literally across the river. So and like I was like,
and it's
8.
Quebec.
I don't know French. I went to a museum and I'm like, what am I looking at? This makes
what is
zero
this?
sense.
Adam does like throws up the
My
Italian
parents are trying
hands.
to get me
What is this?
what
is this? I love it. I talk with my hands too. I love it. We're just like sitting here in Adam's living room, just like we didn't even like if it was a video podcast, we wouldn't even need to talk. We could just be like, yeah.
People
you don't understand
with the hand motions.
Yeah, it's not American Sign
You'll
Language.
never get the intensity of this conversation through just audio, but it's okay.
We'll do a video one.
You'll have to suffice everyone.
Yes. Yeah. Suck it up. Okay, so you get on the ship, and then what? Yeah, fill us in.
So
like,
we got on the ship at like 4 o'clock, I think.
Alaskan
so it was
Cruise, baby.
Pretty quick to like get things going. I think we had food and then
4 in the morning. You're saying?
No, 4 at night, 4 in the afternoon. So like most of your days taken.
Perfect time for drinking.
Yeah, well that's the thing. So you actually we bought the drink package, so you get 15 drinks a day.
Oh, that's not enough.
It's like it was.
Yeah.
I'm not a big drinker, so.
Did you ever go over it?
I don't think so, because like if I was getting close to the limit, which did happen a couple times, Vanessa would like get drinks with her card, and because she never went close to the limit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it was never really a problem.
Oh, dude, I would definitely burn through that. I'd be like, can you just put whiskey in this
coffee? It was
easier
than I thought to get close, because like you wake up and you're like. And the waiter comes over. He's like, mimosa? I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. I could have 5 or 6 mimosas just at breakfast.
Or like Vanessa or her mom are like, yeah, I want a mimosa. And I'm like, fuck, okay, me too. Yeah. Here we go.
And twist my arm. Went on a cruise ship in Alaska.
But then they have a cafe in like the Crow's Nest, which is like the 14th floor, like the 12th or something. It was like the highest one. Yeah. And it had like a really cool lookout. But
do you have your gold card, sir? We can't. You don't have access to this elevator.
It was actually an orange code orange level. I don't know. Club orange.
What?
Or orange club. I don't know.
What brand of cruise ship was this?
Holland America.
Yeah, that's why it's orange. Yeah.
Oh
Dutch.
I didn't put that together until now.
That Dutch. Yeah.
Well, I was impressed.
Yeah.
The only thing I would really say, like, if they could add in, was maybe have things open past like 8 p.m. Like you could go to the Lido Market and stuff and get food, but like the burger place closes at 6:30.
Yeah. And
I eat dinner at 5. I want an evening burger.
Yeah.
If they're free, like I will eat like 5 of them in a day, no problem.
Doesn't the Holland America burger chefs know that Adam is a burger guy?
I know.
Hello, do you not listen to Bobchat?
There's a sandwich place. I never got one. I got pizza once, and it was like they use cheddar cheese.
Yeah,
and it was, the dough is really soft, and like I like a crispier.
Yeah, so it's.
I want a mozzarella.
I've been to some resorts, like resort style pizza, where it's like it's probably frozen.
They toss it together.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, so I was smart actually, and you know what? If Holland America's fucking listening. Figure out your snack.
Figure out your
shit,
dog.
They have movie nights, right, where you can watch a movie by the pool.
Cool. Like a big projector.
No, it's like a giant screen.
Now,
like
do they allow people to vote on the movie? Or
no, they have 3 movies, and like it kind of started out. So the first one was the Disney Bears documentary that has like John C. Reilly. So he kind of made it. If it wasn't him, I wouldn't have given
that
two shits
curly-headed
about
fuck.
It. Yeah. I was listening and I'm like, this guy was in Step Brothers.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so was that just like the one night? And that
was one day. They did it at 2:00 and 7:00, and then they did 2 other movies, and they kind of got a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
One was like Death on the Nile. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got about halfway through, and then I was like, I'm gonna go.
Is some guy in the fucking flight there in the captain's deck like just got his Disney Plus rocking on that thing? Like, can we have something better? Do you have any World War II documentaries?
Well, what was the second one?
I don't know.
The one that has Sandra Bullock and
Miss Congeniality?
No.
It's the space one?
The Lost City.
Oh, okay.
With Channing Tatum.
Channing Tate, yum, am I right? So just speaking about working out, that's a weird connection, right? But he's a fit guy. So we're down in the basement, and I brought a case of beer over, and I put the beer in Adam's his bar fridge down in the basement, and then we're down there, and he's got like, I'm sure we talked about in the last episode, I believe we did, about how they redid you guys redid the basement.
We're in the process.
So it's a pretty sick like workout area now too, and we're down there, and I'm like, yeah, so you've been working out a lot? He's like, I was in Alaska.
So we finished it maybe a week and a half before the trip, yeah. So like we did get some workouts in, but like nothing significant.
Well, because you have like a calendar down there by the fridge, and it's got like every day check.
Well, Vanessa's been okay. Vanessa's a little more consistent, and like she got a head start on me. She does more stuff than I do. Yeah.
Well, you know what? You'd rather just make burgers with your buddy Bob, have a couple of beers.
I have no problem with that. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, 15 drinks a day.
Okay, so yeah, as soon as we got on, we just got like, Coke and whiskey, something we're straightforward and familiar with. But like right off the bat, he's like, "So, what kind of whiskey do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know." They ended up putting Jack Daniels and like that.
Well, it's they probably figure Americans love Jack Daniels, right?
I don't want to have to like be that guy though. I'm like.
Yeah, you're so polite. But, you know what? But, okay, so drink your Jack and Coke and whatever.
Well, I found another drink. So I never had a whiskey sour. I tried that.
You never had a whiskey sour?
Yeah, it was nice.
Nice. They are nice. They're dangerous.
Vanessa had some before, and she said that was the best one she'd ever had. And they went down quick. Yeah.
That's
so
good.
They also have like pina coladas.
Oh, dude, I love.
Yeah, I go for the umbrella drinks on vacation.
Black Fly? You know what Black Fly is?
Yeah.
So just for people that don't know, there's a... I guess I wouldn't say they make liquor, but they make like pre-made like mixed drinks.
They make like coolers.
Yeah,
and stuff.
like they have like a vodka cran, they have a margarita. They basically come in like 4 packs of like plastic bottles, right? Yeah. So they make it here in London, Ontario, where we live. And my aunt, I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm in the works of potentially setting up to shoot a documentary on a friend of mine. So my Aunt Kelly has worked in television movie for like 30 plus years, like very well connected in the industry. She is on the London Film Festival board, basically like very involved in the filmmaking community in London, right? And done a lot of stuff. She's like been part of an interview with Chris Hadfield as a producer and stuff as well too.
That's cool.
Yeah, so pretty dope. And but basically, so I was like, I want want to come over. I was going to pitch her the idea for the documentary and get some ideas from her and take some notes and see about getting some like proper release forms and all that kind of stuff, right, for when we're shooting at places and on the go. And then she's like, brought me a Father's Day gift, and then she just come from Black Flag. She was doing a promo shoot for their facility, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I brought a gift from Black Flag, and she hands me like 4 of the pina coladas, and I keep seeing ads for them, and I fucking love pina colada. I swear my phone's like,
pina colada's incredible.
I'm like, either this guy's talking about penas or penises a lot, but we're gonna throw him ads for pina coladas. That's well, but they're amazing, and you can actually, I just saw it today because I actually read the ad, and it says that you can like put them in the freezer and they will slush.
Oh,
they're
that's
7%
cool.
rum, so you can put them in the freezer and they'll slush. Now you got a fucking pina colada,
That's
real
beautiful.
pina colada.
I didn't know they made pina colada.
They brand new, bro. Summertime.
All right.
Looks like
It got
somebody
to the
made
point,
the
though.
pina colada. I said to my wife, she's like, "Shut up!" Like, oh my god, why did I marry you?
Well.
And like, so like I had the bottle of the pina colada. I'm like holding it like at my crotch. I'm like, somebody needs the pina colada. Are people gonna give me shit for that? Whatever.
She's holding the kids.
She consents. We're married. I love her. Anyways, yeah. She's
So
like,
anyways.
she did tell me an idiot after. She's like, shut up. Like, ugh.
Well,
Anyways.
it got to the point on the boat where, like, because they have the same bartenders and waiters kind of in the same area.
Yeah, and then that way, like, you get to know them. They know what you like to drink, and then, like, at the
It
end,
freaked me out when they called me by name. They're like, Mr. Adam. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
who are you? And
I'm not in the Orange Club.
I talked to this guy before at some point, but it got to the point where they're like, anything with pineapple and coconut, you will drink. I'm like,
Yeah.
sure,
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
fair enough. I'm
Twist
willing to
my
venture
arm.
outside of that too. Like, don't limit me.
See, it's weird for me because, like, you say you went on an Alaskan cruise, and like, it sounds like just like a Caribbean cruise, but like, because I guess cruise ships are the same, right?
Okay,
they don't change just because you're in Alaska.
Well,
I
don't think I would go on a Caribbean cruise again.
No,
Like,
why?
I think the scenery and like the
I bet
the
Alaska.
landscape. I don't know. It's more me. I hate beaches. I hate sand.
Yeah.
I just hate getting when you leave the beach and the sand's in your shoe and you're like,
Or in your
"Fuck
butt,
sakes,"
or in your
like-
butt crack. Once it gets in there, you're not getting
No,
it.
I'm more concerned like in like the car.
Yeah.
It gets into your car like
Everywhere.
on the mat.
Everywhere.
I hate it.
Yeah, and then you go home and like, and even if you go to wash it off in the salt,
Yeah.
or even the fresh water, like where
Yeah.
we live, even the fresh water, you still feel
It's
like
gross.
you don't feel clean.
Yeah.
You're like, I need to
Yeah.
go home and use real clean water to
Exactly.
clean me. Yeah.
So Alaska,
I get it.
The second we leave Vancouver, I'm like, holy shit! Like, look at these mountains, right? Because like here, the biggest mountain I've seen is like Barrie,
Yeah.
right? And it's more like a
Barrie,
hill
Ontario.
that's more rock than anything else. But
It's-
that's about it.
Yeah, it's part of the Canadian Shield, is it not?
Sure. I don't
Okay, I don't know. Again, I'm not a meteorologist or a geologist.
I do know what the Canadian Shield is, folks. I'm just.
Should we tell? So, if people don't know what the Canadian Shield is, it's basically
It's like
a prehistoric rock formation or like a ridge of rock that like basically runs through.
It's kind of like a big from what I remember in school, it's like a big amount that is mostly rock more than anything.
Hold on.
Like Tobermory and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's all part of it. Maybe that's a little low. I don't know. I'm referring back to like elementary school geography. So
the Canadian Shield is also called the Laurentian Plateau. Is a geological shield, a large area of exposed Precambrian, igneous, and high-grade metamorphic rocks. Wow. It forms the North American Crate, the ancient geologic core of the North American continent. So this is like back when like North America split off,
Yeah.
from Pangea and shit. So
but it's really just like a big rocky area of Canada.
basically,
Yeah.
but it runs along it, right? It's 8 million kilometers long. So for our American friends, 8 million,
big.
8 million kilometers. Oh yeah, how many kilometers in a mile? Like 2.4 or something. Doesn't matter. You get the idea.
Yeah.
A lot. Not 8
I
million
think
miles.
it's 2.2.
Probably. Okay.
I don't know.
4 million miles. We'll call it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, you're
So-
seeing the mountains.
Yeah, and that kind of like, I'm pretty impressed right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck yeah.
I keep
Picturesque.
saying to myself like, it only gets better from here. Like it's gonna get
Yeah.
way cooler in Alaska.
Fuck yeah.
And so, first day is the day at sea, so you are seeing the landscape change, and like you're getting those mountains with like the snow on top. Now they're getting a little peak here rather than like rounded.
So now, like it basically it just follows the coast, eh?
Yeah. It literally goes right up in between BC and like Vancouver Island.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I remember like first thing in the morning, I woke up on the first day, and we were just leaving the side of Vancouver Island, and like that was incredible, amazing. And I was like, that's really fucking cool. But like, again, it's gonna get better than this.
yeah, it is.
So day one, the one thing I will say, we didn't see as much wildlife as I thought.
I was gonna ask you, did you see a bear?
No.
Oh no.
We saw dolphins.
Oh,
we saw quite a few dolphins. One day there was like 20 dolphins in front, like on the side of our boat. That was pretty cool.
Just following the boat, eh?
They were actually going away from the boat, like perpendicular to it.
Okay, so they're probably like, "Oh shit, we got to get the fuck out of here." It's a big boat, eh? Like how many people would you say were on this cruise?
So we actually asked. It can fit 2,600, but there's only about 1,500 on it, which was nice. Like
less people
opened it up quite a bit. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that like you with all the scenery, you probably spent a lot of your time like up on the decks and like looking at stuff.
What was nice is the whole back of the boat was like a pool with a deck around it, and then the bottom part was covered in, and then it was the roof of it was like another floor that didn't have a roof. So you really got like whatever option you wanted.
Well, and how warm would you say that it was when you were there?
We got very lucky with weather.
Yeah, because I've heard of people going in the wintertime, and I'm like,
terrible idea.
Yeah, why? There's still going to be snow in the summertime.
So there's actually, if you go, this is what I was told. If you go in the summer or like June, July, you get maybe warmer weather.
Yeah.
But it's like 11:30 before it goes dark.
Oh, at night?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Whereas if you go in the fall, it might be colder, but then you get like the northern lights and stuff.
See, that's
so cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
You also don't get whales at that time though. But
so did you see whales?
We only saw 2.
Oh, still?
Yeah, it was
what kind of
cool.
whale? Like humpback whales?
No idea. They were really far away. Like I saw the tail of one, and then there was one that kept like. It looked like it was far away, but it kind of looked like a humpback. The way it was like jumping and like.
Oh, amazing! Back. Just raw power.
But it did it like 6 times. Like that, it was really cool.
That's dope.
So the first stop we had was in Juneau.
Okay, which is in BC. Is that there?
No, none of the stops are in BC.
Okay, so where's Juneau? Is that in Alaska?
Yes.
So, like, you did, like, a day trip where you got off the boat, went around for, like, a day. So, Adam's pulling up some visuals here for me. I will do my best to visually describe this to you guys. Oh, this is beautiful.
So, this is kind of what Juneau is. So, I'll give my kind of perception of it. So, it was very, like, one giant hill right from the
basically like
where the cruise gets off.
What we're looking at is like basically like a cliff face with just like a beautiful immaculate like pine trees running up it,
and there's like smoky clouds
that's amazing
drifting through. They like stayed the whole time we were there, so that was really cool.
Okay, very cool. Juneau. So that's your first stop in Alaska. So what'd you guys do there? Just kind of go around?
So we didn't have anything planned at most of our stops. We had one excursion booked, and that's at the next stop, and I'll get into that.
Is that where the craziness happens?
No, it was just a different experience. But we get here, and her grandma was mailing something to somebody in the States, and it was like, well, if you mail it from the States, then it's cheaper. So
yeah.
We waited till we were in Alaska to do it.
That's such a grandma thing to do. I love that.
Well, it worked out quite nicely because the one thing I was kind of concerned about was like, I don't want to go a week without smoking weed, but I knew that it was legal in Alaska. So I looked up where the closest weed dispensary was.
Amazing.
And it was right next to the post office. So I was like, I'll walk with Grandma to the post office.
I'll be right back, Grams.
Well, I was right at the corner where the post office was supposed to be. And I'm looking around for it. And these 3 girls about our age, they're like, oh my God, I have cash. Do you have cash? I don't need cash. And I was like, what do they need cash for? That sounds awfully familiar. And
sounds like marijuana.
And right in my face it says Alaska Kush, and I'm like, okay, all right, this is meant to be. I was like, Grandma, you hold tight. And Vanessa was with her. I didn't leave her alone. They actually
make sure you get me something for my cataracts.
They were gonna come in. They were. No, her grandma's quite youthful, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, very active.
I'm just making jokes.
I know.
I'm talking shit. That's what we do.
But to give you an idea of what the trip is like, because When you say like I went with grandma,
Like
that
grandma.
could be even like
She's
one
a fun.
or two
She's
very
a fun
different
grandma.
things.
She's a cool grandma.
Yeah,
She's
on the
probably
go.
she's grandma. Yeah, Vanessa's
drank with
grand.
us.
She's maxing out those 15 drinks. 15 drinks? That's not enough for grams.
I don't know if she got that package. She had a couple drinks though, so
That's
yeah.
good. That's good. Anyways,
But she had fun.
oh,
Grandma
good.
had fun, for
well,
sure.
that's what she wanted, right? She wanted
Yeah.
to do it, take everybody on a trip, have a nice
Exactly.
time. So they want to come into the weed store with you?
So they thought about it. I don't think either of them quite knew. I pretty well jumped through the door. I was like, hello.
You're like how long? You're like, I've gone 2 days without marijuana.
So I
Alaska
go to the
Kush hooked
guy,
me up.
and I'm like, all right, 2 questions.
Yeah.
I need something for the day. Tastes good.
Yeah.
Hit me good. You know.
Like you want to like just smoke a bit of weed, like actual weed, or you?
I wanted enough to get like the whole day's worth. You know,
Okay,
like
so-
one right now, one halfway, one at the end.
Were you like buying pre-rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay,
figured that was
okay.
the easiest way.
Oh, definitely.
So I get that, and then I get gummies, and I was like, "Is it impossible to get these on the cruise ships? Like, what's the deal here?"
You asked the guy at the weed store?
Yeah. He's like,
Whoa, man. Whoa. Let me tell you, bro.
he's like, well, I've heard of people like putting it into like trail mix and stuff, but you know, there's always a risk to it. You kind of have to do it.
Oh,
Like,
that's smart as fuck.
hello.
That's like when people.
Yeah.
That's like when people put like vodka and food coloring
Yeah.
in like fucking mouthwash bottles. Yeah. Then you gotta fucking you bring like a 40 onto a fucking
Well,
cruise ship.
I got enough for the day, and I was like, I'll see what happens. and
That's
we'll go from
amazing.
there.
Putting
Yeah.
it in a trail mix. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I never thought about that.
I got enough for the week. I don't
That's
know
a
what I said.
hack. Hopefully, no federal agents are listening.
Well,
They're always listening.
I never
to us.
actually went over the border with it because I went from
I
Alaska
didn't.
to Alaska, so I knew what I should and
Yeah,
shouldn't do.
No, you're in the. Yeah, he's in the clear. You're within the confines of marijuana state law.
Yeah, and if you know, whatever, if it gets thrown out, it gets thrown out. They're not gonna fucking like
Yeah, what are they
call
gonna,
me in.
Yeah, you've got to meet with the Alaskan mount. I'm sure they have some form of a Mountie. They're probably just called state.
Well, I'll
troopers.
get to that.
State troopers.
We actually met a border agent then, but it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So you got a couple edible. You got some gummies. Got some dubes for the
Yeah.
day.
So we went down to sort of figure out, like, is there anything cool to do? So Vanessa runs into the visitor center, and they're like, oh, yeah, there's some waterfalls up here that you can go and check out. And I'm like,
Oh, that's
that's
dope.
it. How far away is it?
Yeah.
It's a 20-minute walk or a 5-minute drive. And I'm like, I'm willing to pay for the cab.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the one to make Vanessa's mom, dad, and family friend. Like, that's all who was with us at the time.
Didn't
I was-
TLC teach you anything though?
Well, I just said,
Don't go
I will pay
chasing
for the cab.
waterfalls. You did TLC. Anyways.
Vanessa comes out and is like, no, it's 20 minutes. We can do it. Let's just go. And I'm like,
Walk it.
I'm down. I know I can do that.
Now, when they say 20 minutes, though, do they mean a 20-minute drive?
20-minute walk,
Oh, really?
5-minute drive.
Oh, I mean,
But
okay.
we stopped for food first. So this is actually really cool. We go into this like saloon kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
And
America.
like my foot starts shifting. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm walking on sawdust and stuff.
Oh,
Like, it was
yeah?
cool. Yeah. So we sit
Peanut
down.
shells all over the place.
And so we sit down, and as soon as we sit down, I think he was 83 or 87, but this
Old guy.
performer, he
Yeah.
gets up on the keyboard or the piano and
Just
he
rocking the
starts
fuck
singing,
out of it, eh?
And he starts singing these, like, he's vulgar too.
Oh, yeah.
But like every time somebody walks through the door, he's like, "Hey, look who it is!" And, like,
Amazing.
it's my probation officer. And, like, so it always freaked the people walking in.
Amazing.
But
Amazing.
yeah, so it was cool. It was a fun dinner. We got some like crab cakes because you're in Alaska.
Yeah,
You
of course.
Get
Fuck
something.
yeah. I want some Alaskan king crab.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything too intense there. We just kind of ate something small because we knew we were going back on the boat.
And you're
like,
going to have a
the
20-minute
dining room.
walk to the waterfall.
Yeah, so we don't want like pasta. That would be
Yeah.
So
Chicken Alfredo was a bad choice.
So we get out, we start walking up to this waterfall, and what we didn't anticipate was like how steep the road was really going to be.
It's a 20-minute walk back, but it's a 40-minute walk.
It was like a 30-degree angle up, man. Like some of the sidewalks were staircases. Like they changed them into stairs.
Because they're that steep.
Yeah,
right?
with hand railings.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so
I'm sure it was worth it, though.
we get to the top of this fucking hill, and I hear a car coming.
Did you stick your thumb out for a ride?
It's a cab with a car full of people, and the look on Vanessa's mom's face was pure, just like, fuck you, whoever said not get a cab. And the cab driver just sees me howling at this. Like, he sees her face. He sees me laughing. He just starts laying on the horn, and I'm like, oh.
Thanks, buddy. You're making it way better.
Yeah, so
now they're even more pissed off.
We took a breather. We finished the walk. That was really the top. And then it kind of turned into this, like, boardwalk roadway.
Give me a visual here.
So...
Oh, that's beautiful. So basically, it's just a very picturesque... looks like the width of a road.
It's a road, but it's literally made out of wood.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a boardwalk that kind of goes through this. Now, what I'm not showing is on the right side, it's like a sheer drop off, and there's like a pretty heavy set of rapids at the bottom.
Wow, very cool.
So when I got
very
up
picturesque.
Here, I'm like, fuck, I really want to get down to that. Because I see a trail, and I'm like, it's got to connect up here. So
Ever the adventurer, Adam.
When I see something on Google, I get it in my head.
I'm doing it.
So the waterfalls were a bit of a letdown. Like I wouldn't say that's a waterfall to go and fucking look for. That's really far away.
It kind of looks like a small stream running down a cliff face.
Exactly.
Not.
It is a heavy waterfall.
I mean, so is that the closest you could have got to it? Because the picture you're showing me, you're quite far away from it.
Very far away.
Yeah, like that's
not worth the walk. But those are the waterfalls that they were talking about.
Now, did you get a cab to go back?
No, because you're in the fucking middle of a forest. Like, it's literally it was like no signs for like avalanche zone and stuff. Yeah. But like, we're not gonna call somebody out. Like, I don't know where to send them.
Whatever. You can just watch. It's downhill on the way back. So.
Oh, okay. So this is like the best view that we got.
Okay, so now we're seeing two waterfalls.
But do you see at the bottom there? There's like a railway.
Yeah.
That's an old railway turned into a path.
Oh wow, very cool.
So that's what I was looking at.
Well, when they had the gold rush, I'm sure they fucking and the Trans America Canada Railway, right? Like they had to get the gold out of there somehow, right?
Exactly.
Like there's a boom.
I never put that together, but yeah, that's probably exactly what it was.
It's probably because of the Alaskan gold rush, because like all the prospectors came and then they were mining and they had to get away to get all the shit out of there, right? Because they're fucking mining up in the hills in the middle of fucking nowhere.
It was a pretty intense river, though. Like,
yeah.
So this is essentially what we walked to.
Again, I'm not a historian, but if I'm wrong I don't know.
So this is.
I like to pretend I know a lot.
I'm showing me a video now of quite a picturesque little waterfall. You can see the steam coming off it. Is that steam or
no,
just the mist?
Just the mist from it, yeah.
But still, it's a very beautiful waterfall. Wow. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, just the beauty of the natural beauty, man. Like,
that next picture has a lot more to the story than meets the eye.
Okay, so are you gonna tell us?
Okay, so we get back onto the boat.
What was that picture? I didn't really see it. Just explain to us what it was.
That was the side of the mountain.
Okay.
From inside the cruise ship. So essentially, there's an indoor pool.
So is this as you were leaving? As you were pulling out of that
I'm
port?
getting there, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm in the indoor pool area where the roof is like retractable. So it's like indoor, outdoor. But they have like lounge furniture, like sofas.
Yeah. So you can go and sit up there and watch everything. And
So we get back on the boat and like I've taken 4 of the gummies, which was a little ambitious.
How many milligrams?
They were 10 each, but like that's the thing. I've taken like 50 and it's fine.
Yeah, see, edibles fuck me.
They're so unpredictable. That's why I don't really touch them.
Listen to episode 2, Bobchat episode 2, Edible Quicksand. If you guys haven't, we seem to come back to that a lot. I mention it, but I had a pretty bad experience with edibles. I wouldn't say bad, but dude, I have like PTSD almost now. Like I take edibles and I'm like, I can't. Like it's too much.
I do worry about like
I can smoke weed till I can't smoke anymore. But like.
Yeah, an edible, it's like it is what it is.
It's dangerous, man.
So
you took 4 10 milligrams.
Yeah. And at the at the time, I don't think anything of it, and I'm like, all right. Everybody was pretty tired, especially after that walk.
So you're taking this. Okay, so you just took a random picture looking out the cruise ship.
Well, so I took this picture and like sent it into the family group chat, like my family, being like, all right, this is my view for the next 4 hours, because we were about to leave port, and I was like,
yeah,
this is what I get to look at. So
oh no, did you send something bad to the family group chat?
No, that's not it. So I'm sitting there, right?
Yeah.
And I have a drink with me, and like I'm starting to feel it. It's really starting to kick in at this point. And So I'm like, all right, I'm cool. I'm in a very comfortable position. I'm just gonna stay here for the rest of the night.
Stay here.
Like, I've got podcasts. I've got TV shows I can watch on my phone. Like,
I'm
set.
yeah.
So they're sectioned off by curtains, right? So there's 2 sofas in each.
Oh, so you can literally go into your own private little area.
Yeah.
So you can just be all baked and watching TV and nobody can fucking bother you.
Right.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
There was a group in the second one. It was like a dad and his like 3 teenage kids run up.
Yeah.
And they're making a lot of noise, and I'm like, man, they're like, do they not know I'm here? Like,
don't they know I'm high?
Well, you know.
I know.
But I'm thinking like this is like unusually loud when you have people around you.
Yeah.
And so the dad's like, okay. Like I could just picture it, like dad with hands in the air, like, let's move this to the next one so that we can get the bench outside of the compartment as well. Because there's 2 sofas with the thing, and then there's like a big sofa that looks. So
just so they all had room to sit.
Yeah. Okay. And the daughter's like, Dad, I think there's someone over there, like loud.
And you're like, it's
and
me.
I'm like,
it's me.
Fuck! Like now I have to. And she goes to where my feet are and pulls the curtain and like peers all the way over.
Yeah.
Like she didn't think I saw her, but she turns around right and she's, there's a guy over there, and I'm like, I can hear you. It's just a shower curtain between us. So,
oh my god, amazing.
There's a sofa behind me that they decided to still sit at.
Oh, that's nice. Like, and literally just a shower curtain.
In the fucking reflection, every time they're walking behind me, they're like staring at me. And I'm like,
and you're high, and you're like, this is
it's getting way worse though. Like it's getting out of control, and I'm like, if I don't move now, like I don't know if I should.
If I don't move now, I'm gonna be stuck.
Yeah. So I pack it up. I put my earphones in. I'm like, out of here.
And then you feel like the weirdo because you left.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Like, but they were the one.
I lost.
Yeah,
I felt defeated.
Now was there not like another area you could have gone and sat?
I went back to my room and I woke up Vanessa from like I said, everybody was sleeping.
What time was this?
It was like 7, 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Again, we're still adjusting to the time change, right?
Yeah.
It feels like 11 or 12 days.
So for the listeners, what is the time difference? So we're on Eastern
Alaska's
Standard.
4 hours.
4 hours ahead of us or behind
us?
Okay, so we're on Eastern Standard Time. So I'm not. They must be on Pacific Standard Time or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have some of their own Alaskan time, mountain Alaskan time. I don't know.
But like I stay up late, so that's nothing to me.
Yeah.
Like Vanessa goes to sleep at like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So like that's 7 or 8 for us.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
Anyway, so I wake her up and I'm like, babe, look at my eyes. And I'm like, man, I'm so thirsty, but like I don't trust drinking like out of a tap on a boat. Like,
yeah, no.
So I'm like,
mini bar it is.
They only had like one thing of like canned water, and I'm like,
canned.
It's gonna have an aluminum taste to it. Like,
so did you go on like a high adventure looking for water?
I think we ended up drinking that because like she was like, why don't you just go refill your water bottle? And I'm like, I don't think I should go anywhere for the rest of the night. I'm here.
You're like, you're lucky I made it back here. That family almost killed me.
Always look all the same. Like,
yeah. Can you imagine getting lost on the cruise ship?
Well, I made it back. And,
oh my god, amazing.
Yeah.
So
like, I don't know what it was. Maybe the rooms are really dry, but like my mouth was so dry every morning.
Mad pasties.
Like, every morning.
Yeah. See, to the
point that your throat's like.
Do you sleep with a humidifier?
No.
I do. My house is very dry, and I don't necessarily like this time of year, but in the wintertime when the heat's on, if I don't have the humidifier, dude, I wake up and it's like my nose, my throat, like it's just so dry. It's like, oh my god. You know what I mean? And then you brush your teeth before you go to bed, and then
It doesn't help.
So that brushing your teeth plus having the house dry as hell, it's like you wake up and you're like, you feel like you've been in the desert. You're like, I'm so thirsty.
I know.
You're like,
I know. It was like that every morning.
So you ended up staying there. So that was the first night. You just got all edibled out, and then
no. So this is night 2.
Okay.
Because like Juno was on the second day.
Okay, yeah. The first night was at sea, right?
Yeah.
Or the first day was at sea.
So we make it back.
Okay, listen, if you're that family from Adam's Cruise,
you guys are assholes.
Yeah, fuck you.
1,000%.
Yeah,
and like,
can't you just let a man watch his TV and be high?
I was gonna watch Obi-Wan. Actually,
yeah.
I was so excited.
You know what? It's almost better though that did happen, because if you like passed out there, you would have woke up in the morning and be like, "Oh fuck!" But I should be like, "Oh my god, where's Adam? We lost him."
there were times like the night before, me and her brother were sitting in those like exact sofas, and I did fall asleep, but like he's there, right?
He woke you up.
It's like okay,
yeah.
And
I mean, not that anyone.
I honestly didn't give a shit, but like the way they were just so abrupt and like.
Yeah.
He's right there. Like they didn't hide it at all. I didn't know if they were like, so I was just
mean, not I didn't mean in the sense that like somebody would do something to you, but it's like you know, they'd wake up and be like, "Where's Adam?" Be like, "You slept in the sofa room?" Did you guys get in a fight last night? You're sleeping in the sofa room tonight.
She probably would have been cheesed if I slept on the pool deck.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think the staff would have woken me up at some point, too.
Mr. Adam.
Yeah.
Do you want a mimosa, or are you going to go to bed? Okay, so how many days were you guys on the cruise ship?
7.
Okay, so day 2.
Yeah.
We
so
had
day
that experience.
3 was
nothing can top day 2.
Ketchikan.
Ketchikan?
Yeah.
What is that?
Now, I will admit, I got a little sour because of what we were doing in Ketchikan. Well, not sour.
What's a Ketchikan?
Ketchikan's a town. But like,
I'm
kind of glad we didn't spend the day in Ketchikan because it's very touristy and like
in Alaska,
done up and stuff. Yeah, like we got there and we had rented some Jeeps, right?
Yeah. Oh, and, that's cool.
Yeah, so we could take them wherever we wanted.
Do you guys have Jurassic Park colored ones?
Ours was red, actually. I will.
Yeah, show me a picture. They so actually, if, funny enough, here in London, and Jay Fenning of Hard Parking Podcast, I know he's probably listening.
This is kind of what I'm talking about like the scenery.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's like not even a good one. Like they get way.
But Jay will know where Molly Bloom's is. But if anyone doesn't know, Molly Bloom's is an Irish pub here in London, Ontario, and we go to Trivia's on Wednesday nights, and there's actually a guy that has like a Wrangler like done up with like the Jurassic Park colors and the logo on it. And he's always parked over at the beer store where we parked when we go over to Trivia. So it's pretty cool to see.
That's the best picture I have in this folder. I know I have other ones, but not in this
That's
folder.
an epic. So basically, I'm showing us a picture of him driving down the highway in the Jeep and just this beautiful, picturesque mountain. Basically what you would...
It's hidden in the clouds, too, which kind of adds to it.
Yeah, that's wicked. So you got the Jeep. So where'd you guys go?
So here's the thing.
Once you rented the Jeeps.
When we rented the Jeeps... We were going to a town called Carcross.
Carcross, okay.
And it's like 2 hours away. And I was kind of like, why are we spending the whole day in the car? Not really realizing like how incredible the landscape was going to be.
Yeah.
And like in the morning, there was a lot of fog. So like above and below us, we couldn't really see how tall or how far down the cliffs went. So
and probably very far.
But Carcross is the first town in the Yukon, so we traveled into Canada.
Oh, amazing.
But because of that, I couldn't bring weed with me. Now, that's not why I was, like, cheesed or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought, like, that's a lot of driving for one day that we only get, like, 7 hours there. Because I was looking up, like, trails and stuff that we could go on, and there were a couple nearby. But, like, again, after we got there and saw everything, it was like, I'm really happy we didn't do that.
Yeah. So basically
So here's the other thing.
Is there a border crossing?
Yeah. So I wasn't bringing any stuff with me, even if I could get it in Ketchikan. So I took it before.
Yeah.
And like,
so you're hiding animals
when
again.
we're in the mountains and the cliffs are there, I'm like, holy shit.
Holding onto the side of the
ceiling
Jeep.
as if like that's gonna help or something. But like,
if the Jeep goes down, it's not gonna help.
It was so scary at the time. So anyways, I looked up Carcross, and it was there was 2 things that I was like really looking forward to. One of them was called Bove Island. Yeah. And it's really just a lookout point. Honestly, kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, it's just basically looking at the mountains.
Yeah. No, there's like an island in like the middle of like this water, but it's like surrounded by mountains, and it's supposed to be like really picturesque. And I was just kind of like that.
Yeah, whatever.
But Carcross has the world's smallest desert.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So it used to be a lake.
Oh, dried up.
But it has since receded. And so in the middle, like I took a picture from the top of it, and it's on Vanessa's phone, unfortunately.
But okay, so basically it's just like it's an old river that's dried up.
Oh, it's more than a river.
Or sorry, a lake, I should say. It's an old lake that dried up.
So like you can see the sand there.
Oh wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. So basically, it's weird because it's like this desert in the middle of these mountains and tree ranges, and there's like still random pine trees sticking up like all around it.
So I climbed up to the very top in the back there.
Yeah.
And I took a picture to where I'm standing. And in one picture, like, you see the sand from the desert, you see the greenery from like the tree line before you get to the glacier water. After the water, then you get like the stone mountain, and then you get the snow on top of the mountain. So like the amount of elements in one picture was like unreal.
Amazing. Yeah.
But it was really cool. And like as we're climbing up to the top, we heard like wolves howling.
Oh shit!
Off in the distance.
Really?
So, like, that was really cool.
That's dope.
And at the very top there was the first place that we could get like official phone service.
I was gonna ask you now. Did you have to get like an American plan?
No, I just did like the roam like home.
Yeah.
Whatever day. But when we were on the water, I just put it into airplane mode and connected to Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
As a thing.
That's all you would do anyways.
But when we got to the top here, it was like, this is kind of a cool opportunity to do like video calls back home. So like I got my dad on, and I was like showing him like what I'm standing in. He was like, how cool is it that like you're in Alaska
and
I'm
desert.
in the Costco parking lot and you're showing me like the mountains that you're standing on.
Technology's
like, that's
amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, think about it. Like, technology's unreal. And people don't, like, if you were to go back even like 20, 30 years ago and say, yeah, we're going to get to a point in 30 years from now where
I'm doing right here with the TV would be magic.
Or where we can literally send pictures and videos through the air and know, how does it work? I don't know how it works. Do you know how it works? Somebody somewhere has to know how it works. But you can send a picture literally through the air to somebody. Like, that's crazy.
Anywhere in the world.
If you told people that 30 years ago, they'd be like, smoke another one, bud. Like, you know, like, okay, sure. It's a car that runs on water, man. Okay, so you go to the desert, and then what? Then
then we just like kind of went around car cross and like got some lunch. Like so here, okay.
Oh, I love when you do.
Remember when I got cheesed about like Get It Together, Holland America? So they have menus, right, on the ship.
Yeah, we're going to call this
for movie
Suck
night.
It Holland America.
This is how far back we're going. The movie night topic. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I never forget.
On the menu, under snack items, it says fucking popcorn.
Okay.
I see the popcorn machine. I love popcorn. By the way, like, I order from.
I can tell by the intensity in your eyes as soon as you start telling the story.
My parents have like 7 popcorn machines at home. Like that was like part of our housewarming gift. I'm pretty sure.
Can I ask you a question? My grandmother used to do this when we were kids. Have you ever heated up marshmallows on the stovetop and like poured it over popcorn and made like sticky popcorn? Oh my God!
No, but I've done pretty well everything else because like my parents own the chocolate store, right?
Yes.
So we did all the.
But we used to do that. We used to like
that's a really good idea.
Heat up marshmallows on the stovetop, and then you mix it into the popcorn. It's like sticky, and we always
kind of like Rice Krispies.
Yeah, we'd always put food coloring in it. We would always put food, so you'd have like green popcorn. Yeah, so pretty cool. Haven't done it in years. So delicious.
That sounds amazing.
But basically, like Rice Krispies, but instead of Rice Krispies, it's popcorn. Yeah.
That's
Boom.
amazing.
Dude, so good. That was like my favorite. I love going to my grandma's house because I knew that we'd be watching a movie and having that shit. So was the popcorn garbage or what?
No. So I go on the fucking movie night and I'm like, when are you guys gonna do the popcorn?
Yeah.
Oh, 5 o'clock. This is like 3.
Yeah.
I was eager. It's on the menu. It doesn't have a time limit.
I want my fucking popcorn right now.
So I come back at 5. They're like, oh, no, we're not doing until 7. And I'm like,
get it together, Holland America.
So I go back at 7 and I'm like, okay, it's got to be 7 because like that's when the movie is.
Yeah.
No.
What?
They say come back at 9.
Why? Is that when the second movie starts?
Well, I'm getting cheese. No, it's 2 and 7. There's no movie after 7, so I go back at 9. So it didn't make any sense for it to be at 9.
Yeah,
but like they also start pretzels at 9, so I was like, maybe. I don't know. I thought it was weird.
I
go
back
at 9. They say they're not doing popcorn on this cruise.
You motherfuckers! Like, I've checked 4 times.
Tag me along. It's 3 fucking o'clock. I've had 6 hours of hope that popcorn was coming.
Yeah,
so the anticipation was there.
I could just see you like throughout the day. You're like, okay, Vanessa, I'll be right back. She's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to check on the popcorn.
I'm pretty sure word for word that happened.
That's amazing, dude.
So
I love
here's
you
the
so
thing.
much.
Here's where it all ties together. We get to Ketchikan. We get the Jeeps. And they're like, okay, you have to go to this place to pick up your pre-made lunches.
Yeah.
It's a popcorn emporium.
Oh my god.
They have hundreds of flavors of popcorn, butter and salt.
You know what it was?
Parmesan garlic.
You know what? And let's just say hypothetically that the employees of Holland America could tell that you had this love, this deep-seated love for popcorn.
I gave my waiter shit for it.
And they said, you know what? Don't give him the popcorn because he's about to go to the place that's going to change his life.
Well, get this, okay? So I load up on popcorn. I got 2 bags for the car ride through the mountains. I wanted to get more of it, and Vanessa's mom came to regret this, but she said, you don't have to load up on popcorn yet. We have to come back to return the coolers.
It was close.
And do you really want to carry all that around? And I was like, oh, you have a good point, but like I want popcorn. So I got 2 bags, 2 sleeves, like, from the elbow to the wrist. That's how big it is. And
just for the car ride.
Yeah, I ate all of it before the first stop. And we get to the first stop, and Vanessa's mom's like, do you have any popcorn? I'm like, I did. And I would, but you talked me out of it.
Just quick interjection, what flavors did you get? Like just
So at this point, I just got
plain
butter and salt. Okay, yeah, that's all I really want, to be completely honest.
Just to feed the monkey a little bit, get that itch.
Yeah, and unless you have like cheddar dill.
Yeah.
Like Colonel's does.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good. I don't want any flavor on it. So anyways.
I like the jalapeno cheddar. Jalapeno.
I get the popcorn. We go on the road trip. We do the car cross and all that stuff. And then on the way back, Vanessa's aunt was like, I saw a suspension bridge. I hate suspension bridges.
Yeah, they're swaying in the wind and shit.
Hate it.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, grow up. Get out there.
Yeah.
And I did it.
Don't be a bitch.
I did it.
Don't be a bitch.
At one point, so Vanessa's dad, on the way back, on the way there, everybody was pretty cool with me.
Yeah.
Because I was like shitting my pants.
Were you high at this point? Were you high on edibles? Okay.
No.
This is sober Adam, scared of heights. I'm scared of heights too.
So I'm getting across. It depends on the situation, but in this one, yeah.
I would be shitting myself.
It's a raging river below us. And I'm like just holding on.
Yeah. That's giving me anxiety just thinking about that.
Well, I got about a third of the way through, and I'm like, okay, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And I went to turn around, and I'm like, if I turn around, I am never hearing the end of this. And I'm probably going to be pissed off at myself for not just doing it. So
Why did you just do it?
I was like, fuck, do it. I didn't think about it, though. Like, if I go across, I have to do it again to come back.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. I'm just going to stay over here. I'm just going to stay over here, guys.
We go over. We spend our 5 minutes there. My heart rate calms down a little bit. Yeah. We get back on.
Solid ground. I love you. I love you.
Vanessa's dad is ahead of me.
Yeah.
And their family friend Patty is behind me. And Vanessa's dad gets to the middle. He turns around with the biggest smile on his face.
Starts
and
shaking
jumping up and down.
Oh, asshole.
And I'm like, holy fuck.
Of course he did.
It's like a bucking horse just like grabbing on for dear life.
Oh
and
my
so
God.
he stops. He just walked. And I get about halfway through and Patty starts laughing.
Yeah.
And she starts jumping.
Oh no.
And I turn around and be like, what is going on?
Damn it, Patty.
And I turn around and I accidentally looked down as I turned around and I was like,
just arms shot out, grabbing the side.
And I was like, just fucking get there.
Just knees shaking.
And I got there.
Oh yeah.
I made it back.
I would be scared too. Heights scare me, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I just think, what if?
Yeah,
what if I'm the incident that they talk about on the news? I'll never hear about it because I'm fucking down the river.
Congratulations.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
a statistic.
So I did not. Yeah.
Okay, so what day? That was day 4.
Yeah, I guess so. Wednesday.
So now is that in the Yukon? This was
well, we crossed over to the Yukon. We went from Alaska to BC to the Yukon.
Okay.
Because we go through like Fraser and stuff. Now on the way back, that's when we saw the U.S. border guard. And
what happened?
I think he was like maybe new to the job or something.
They don't care if you leave America, but they want to check if you're coming back.
It was all honestly pretty chill. It was a lot like there was one Canadian border guard, at least visible, but like there was not a lot to it. No, I don't think many people are going through fucking Fraser, BC to like smuggle shit.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I don't know. So I just wasn't bringing anything across. That's for sure.
Better to be safe than sorry, right? But it's good to know our nation's borders are protected from coast to coast. Okay, so that's so now that's day 4, and then so you got 3 days left. What else happened?
We the next day was also like at sea, but what we got to do was go into Glacier Bay.
Oh, that's cool.
And only 2 cruise ships a day get to go into it, just to like kind of preserve the system and everything, because it kicks up a lot of dirt. It's not super deep.
Yeah,
but that was really cool.
So that's probably very picture. I'm just picturing like massive. Yeah, show me a picture. So this is we're talking about Glacier Bay, Alaska. Is that correct?
This is a cool river too. This is in Carcross, but you could see like the divide in the water was just so. It was pretty fast moving water too. So like you would see where the water kind of met, and like one would push the other one out.
Yeah, that's very cool.
But it was interesting. This was Bove Island.
Oh, okay.
The one I was kind of talking about, like underwhelming.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like again, it's cool, but like at that point when you've seen all the mountains, you've seen the mountains, right? So this is the river that the suspension bridge was going over. That's what I walked on.
Yeah, that doesn't look like fun.
Never again. Glad I did it, but like I think that's Vanessa's aunt in the middle taking pictures.
It doesn't look that high.
How high it was high. I don't know how high, but it was fucking high.
Was the bridge high, Adam?
And the river was like moving.
Yeah.
Like you could hear it from like
you don't have to you don't have to justify it to me. I'd probably be scared too. Oh, that's nice. There's you and Vanessa. So what is Glacier Bay?
So Glacier Bay is
just give me we need a visual here so I can. So Glacier Bay is kind of like if you were to watch a movie and see Alaska. This is like the picturesque.
I don't have the best of it.
Alaskan landscape.
So Glacier Bay is like just a shit ton of glaciers kind of thrown
and just
together.
Crystal clear water.
Yeah, so the water like because it's like melt off, like it's super blue. There's chunks of ice from parts of it that have fallen into the water. And like,
warming.
Yeah, and there's like seals and stuff.
Oh yeah, you see sea lions?
We saw a couple. This is like the day that we saw the most
wildlife.
We saw seals on the chunks of ice. I would not call them icebergs.
Well, I would assume that it's probably a national park.
It is.
It is. So it's protected, right? It's probably what is that? UNESCO or not?
So that whole middle part, like the split in the mountains, is the glacier.
Oh, so Glacier Bay is in southeastern Alaska. It encompasses Glacier Bay and surrounding mountains. It was first proclaimed a U.S. national monument on February 25th, 1925. Was later on December 2nd, 1980, enlarged and designated as a Glacier Bay National Park. So it's a national park, and then UNESCO. So it was right when I said that. So UNESCO declared an area of 57,000 acres within a World Biosphere Reserve. So it's the largest UNESCO protected biosphere in the world. And for people that don't know, UNESCO stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, which basically preserve national. And
they talked about that on there. Honestly, I was
very cool.
In a different mindset at this point, but this is probably the most picturesque one that we had. But like
beautiful.
on the left, if you see that one jutting out about a quarter of the way in, there was chunks of ice falling down all next to it, and then on the right where it kind of indents the first time, it's like light and then a shadow. Do you see that?
Yeah.
There was a bunch falling off there too, and there was like seals on some of those chunks of ice. But,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So so you guys did the Glacier Bay. So that's the 5th day. Then
and then we go to Ketchikan
again.
Which did I say Ketchikan last time?
Yes. Yeah.
Skagway.
Yeah. Okay, is where you went on the 6th day, or Skagway is where you went where the popcorn was.
The popcorn.
Okay, so Skagway was where you went for the popcorn. So now you go to
Ketchikan.
Okay, so that's the 6th day. So what are you guys doing there?
We had nothing booked. So I had looked up trails and waterfalls that were worth looking at. Most of the trails were like 7 to 9 hours.
Oh my
and
God,
I was like,
really?
I don't have the fucking time for that. Like, we were only there for 7 hours.
Who has that much? Yeah, Next thing you know, the cruise ship.
I'm not going to be that guy.
It's leaving.
Right?
You're like, wait for us.
Well, there was one that was an hour long, and I was like, I'd be down to do that. But there's also a waterfall that's 20 minutes away that's like supposedly 100 feet
now,
tall.
Are you going to take a cab this time?
Yes, it's a 20-minute drive, not a walk. So it was an hour and 44-minute walk. And I was like,
God,
we're not doing that.
Yeah, fuck you, Adam. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
So you took a cab to get to this place?
Well, no, because there's 8 of us, right? We all wanted to see the waterfall. And the thing I was reading about the waterfall is that there's a trail on the side of it that if you go up, it follows a series of waterfalls that lead up to this big one.
Oh, that's cool.
But they called it a very primitive trail, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but
You're
it
always
doesn't sound
chasing
easy.
waterfalls. TLC taught you nothing.
They're fucking
You love
cool.
waterfalls,
yeah.
eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like water. I just
like the power of water and like the
fuck
clearness
yeah.
and the cleanness and the
I
crisp.
can't. Well, because it's all glacier water,
Yeah,
right? Like it's
yeah.
like fresh as fresh.
It's unreal.
So
we get off the boat and there's guys like, oh, come here, we'll do this, and I'm like, oh, fuck
the
all of
tourist
you.
guys,
Yeah. But there was one guy and he kind of pulled us in. I was reluctant at first, but he was like, $400, you get it for the day, and we'll take you to all these places. And I'm like, what if I don't want to go to those places? Like,
yeah.
They were just. Yeah, there was just
they
certain things.
They had like a pre-planned tourist package, and they said, "Okay."
And they told me what it was, and I was like, "I'm not interested. This is what I want to do. I want to go to this waterfall. I want to see like stuff about like the nature and like the island, or like the land. Sorry, and I want to go to this trail afterwards
that connects to all the waterfalls.
Yeah, and so they're like, "We got the guy for you." So we get this guy named Ray, and he's like,
Ray,
yeah, and he looked Alaskan, like he looked like a fun guy, and
shout out to Ray from Alaska.
I figured he was pretty local, and like I said, there's a store that I want to go to beforehand too, and they were like, "What store?" And I was like, "A
marijuana store."
Yeah, and so they say that to him. He's like, "The Stony Moose. I'll take you there." And
that's awesome.
All right, this guy gets me.
I love how Vanessa's family's cool with it too. They're like,
"Thank God, thank God."
Oh, we'll go get Adam this week. That's fine.
Yeah, they know it's best for everyone.
Ray's a local. Don't hassle me. I'm local.
Well, so we get in, and he's the only one that has a lighter. Like, apparently, tourists just clear out all the lighters. So I had like joints and nothing to light it with. And I was like, this is kind of stupid.
That's
so
weird.
He saved the day.
But I guess you got to think about it. That I'm sure like a lot of stuff like in those places, it's got to be like
plan
flown
ahead. Like I was there 5 minutes after we got on the fucking water. Like, how many lighters did you really start with?
Yeah, really.
It doesn't matter. He had one. Ray had one. And we get in the car. He's like, so what strains did you get, brother? So I started telling him, he's like, this one's good, that one's like mediocre, and that one I would never.
Did you get any Alaskan Thunderfuck?
Yeah.
That's a real strain. That's a real strain.
He might have said that.
That's a real strain, yeah.
So anyways, he's like, so what do you guys actually want to see? And I was like, and Vanessa actually spoke and was like, anything nature related, like the wildlife, stuff like that. He's like, got it. So he stops at a beach. And there's like people swimming.
Doesn't he know you hate sand?
It's stone. There's no sand.
What?
Yeah. So there's people in the beach, and I'm like, how cold is the water? And he's like, it's like 48 degrees, maybe 50,
like Fahrenheit,
55 at most. I was like, holy shit, like that's cold.
That's very cold.
And he's like, yeah, man, the kids here just don't seem to care. And I was like, but like they're like full like bathing suit, like no shirt, like they like
summertime at the beach.
It's the same thing. I'm like, in Alaska, really? Like, oh my God.
You know what though? You're a product of your environment, though, right? I mean, if you grow up swimming in that cold water, then your body adapts, right?
Honestly, it was a hot day too,
and that's their summertime. That's their summertime. Yeah. They're like, all right, the water's 50. Let's go.
So you actually you asked about like the temperature and the weather and stuff.
Yes.
The day in Juneau was the only day that it rained, and it was like a drizzle.
Beautiful.
Every other day was like 22 degrees, sunny. The lowest it got was like 15.
Like you just throw like a light jacket on, like a sweater, and you're good to go. Yeah, or probably not even. Well, I guess it probably gets windy.
Depends on the day. Here it was shorts and a t-shirt. Like it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we take we get to the beach, and he starts showing us like crabs, sea urchins.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Like that's a crab.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there was like hundreds of them.
Ray hooked you guys up.
Yeah, he was good. Clams or mussels.
Mussels. That's awesome.
That's a sea urchin.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
That's pretty sweet, right?
Sea urchins, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of jellyfish. So anyways, we finally get to the waterfall, and thank God it was worth it.
That's the one you want to go to, yeah. Ray hooked you up big time, eh?
It was worth it for sure.
Oh, beautiful.
So I was like, you can see the start of the trail right here, right?
Yeah. So you can go up to the top of the waterfall.
There's like a kilometer of waterfalls before this, we found out, but like when they say primitive, it's fucking primitive. Like you get up there,
in the bush.
It's like you're climbing roots that are like a ladder almost at parts. Like it was pretty intense, but it was really cool. And at one point, the water actually sticks out. So like, this is looking further up the hill, but I'm in like the middle of it, right?
Yeah.
This is looking down, which goes more towards they're like
there. You can see like the bay and the inlet.
Yeah, but they're a ways down, like quite a bit. So this is.
That's dope.
Pretty much the highest we went. Anyways, this is one of the top 10 boardwalks
in the world,
in the U.S.
In the U.S. Why? Just for
the
like
whole street,
the shops and
the whole thing is on stilts.
Wow.
But it's like full on businesses. Every house along this used to be a brothel at one point.
Amazing.
Apparently. That's what they said.
For all the seal clubbers and the miners.
Yeah.
And
this restaurant right here,
the whale fishermen,
was. I thought it would be kind of touristy. Yeah. And we walked in, and like immediately there was a guy sitting at a table with a power drill.
Really? And
I was like, he's a fucking local. That's not a guy in a cruise ship. So like, if there's local people here, like I'm happy enough.
Don't hassle me. I'm local.
So and that's like looking the other way.
That's beautiful.
I got a king crab leg.
Fuck, that looks amazing.
It was $100 for that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Worth it.
It's
all American too.
Yeah.
So that's like
it's about $120
Canadian. Yeah, wow.
But worth every penny. It was fucking delicious. Yeah.
I love seafood.
The problem was I was still hungry afterwards, so like
it's more rich and savory than filling.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, right?
So anyways, we get back, and the last day was also at sea, but it was just kind of heading back, and like that day was kind of rough because they're just kind of rushing to get back to port, and we're back in the open water areas, so it's kind of wavy at this point.
Yeah.
So people were kind of feeling sick.
Well, yeah. No, I was gonna ask you, you were okay? Like,
Caribbean cruise got sick all the time.
Oh, really?
All the time. They have like 15, 30-foot waves at some point. It's like it's intense. Nothing like this.
Just.
They had 3-foot waves, and that was rough. But like, it was nothing. Yeah. There was never a point on the ship where I thought I was gonna like throw up from being sick.
Yeah, I remember like walking down the hallway, and you could feel like swaying, and you're like, yeah.
There were some days that were like that, but as soon as we went in between two pieces of land, it just calmed down.
Yeah,
and like right away. So
you don't have that open water.
Yeah.
So where else? So then
that was it.
That was it.
Went back to Vancouver at that point.
Yeah. And then did you basically did you guys like leave Vancouver like immediately and come home, or like do you have like a little bit of a layover or something? Like,
so we got to the airport at like we got off the boat at like 8:30.
Whoa, it's not a boat.
9:00.
It's a cruise ship.
The ship.
The ship. It's not a boat. It's a yacht.
Well, so we get off the boat and the ship. Fuck, sorry. And
people don't know what you mean. I'm just fucking with you.
And we get to the airport and like we're fully checked in. It's like 9:30. Our airplane doesn't leave until 4. And I'm like, no, I gotta.
What are you gonna do?
I gotta get out, or I'm gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
So we take an Uber to the first weed shop I can find, just because like I'm in BC. I'd like to see if there's a difference with the government stuff.
Hey, don't have to justify it to
Dude,
me, bro.
It was unreal.
I'm about that, I bet.
They had a pack of 10 joints. They were like a quarter of a gram each.
Yeah, were they like they were rolled like little cigarettes, and they came in a black pack?
And it's 5 and 5. So there was 5 of like ice cream gelato and 5 of like miracle cookie or something like that. But it was unbelievable.
Amazing.
So I smoked.
And you can bring that back with you too, right?
So I didn't know that.
You can,
but
when you're
I did, and I'll get to that.
Okay,
that's part of the story. So we spend the day. Zach is Vanessa's brother, and he had gotten this watch.
That's a very cool watch.
I had very much thought about it for a long time beforehand. I was convinced that I wanted one, but I was like, I'm just waiting for the right time.
It's a smart watch, right?
It's a Samsung Watch 4, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
And he had it, and he's showing me all the stuff, and I'm like, fuck, I want one.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of decided, like, before the cruise started, like, I wanted one.
What's some cool stuff it can do?
Well, like, you know, we got the gym now, so it's going to come in handy when I start using that a little bit more. But also, like, I've had watches for a long time,
you
but
call people from it?
I can control it to, like, if you called me, I could decline it or something, but I can't. Okay. There's no speaker on the watch, so I can't like take the call from it. I've had a watch that did that when I worked for Huawei. It wasn't that great of a feature. I never used it.
Yeah.
So I used it more for like control.
So
like,
what do those go for?
$269 plus
That's not
tax.
Terrible.
Came
That's
to
not
$300.
terrible.
Yeah.
Because I mean, $300 for a nice watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I would buy a regular watch for $300.
Well, exactly. So that's what we were spending. We spent a little bit more on some of the watches, but like the one that I really like, it was just a normal like classic watch. When we replaced the battery, the guy like broke the clip on the seal, so like I was wearing it one day and the bottom just came out, and I'm like, so I either super glue it and I never changed the battery again, or like so it's still sitting up there. I'm sure it's repairable, but it is what it is. And then the other one I had was like a wooden one, which is they're cheaper, but like I love them because like how light they are.
Yes,
but they look unbelievable too.
Yeah. But I like that though. That's I was gonna say something about your watch. I just didn't get around to
I really like this because it changes.
It
I can change the straps. I can change the face. Like I can do whatever I want with it, and it I loved having one with Huawei, but when I lost a job with Huawei, I didn't get fired. It was laid off. They got rid of their team in Canada.
Yeah. I got laid off, not fired. There's a difference. You would understand. Our son Brennan recently got fired from PetSmart. I was laid off. I wasn't fired. I was laid off. You wouldn't know the difference.
I just wanted to clarify for all the listeners.
Yes, stepbrothers.
But I had to return all of the equipment that they had lent us.
Did you pick that up when you were in Vancouver?
Yeah, so I found one. We had to go to 2 stores to get it, so I got one. And then it was like, hey, we still have a little bit of time, so we went to Cactus Club. Okay. Unbelievable food.
What is that?
It's a restaurant. There's 2 in Toronto. I had no idea.
Oh, wow.
But, like, man, we got these slider burgers as an appetizer. Holy shit. The amount of flavor.
Of course you got burgers.
Unreal. Like, most slider burgers, you know, it's like cheese bacon.
Yeah.
The regular. This had, like, onion jam, pickled onions.
Onion jam, dude.
It had like an aioli on it. Like the amount of flavors in one bite was just like incredible.
Yeah.
Like that, I aim to be there one day on my own.
And now coming from Adam, who is a connoisseur of fine burgers, that's quite the compliment. So
I would agree with that term.
Yes.
Yeah.
A burger aficionado, if you will.
And then I got a crispy chicken sandwich because
yeah.
There was other stuff on the menu, but like
a place that makes a good burger is gonna make a good crispy chicken, especially if they have that kind of sauces and that kind of stuff.
Exactly. So that was my thought, but also like I had just spent an entire week on a cruise, and so like first of all, when you're on a cruise and you're in the dining hall, we also got a $250 credit because we didn't cancel our cruise in the 2 years that it got delayed.
Oh, perfect.
So when we were in the dining room and they were serving stuff, and there's a lot of like pasta, and I don't like getting pasta at a restaurant, but there was an option that for $15, which would go against my credit, I could get a surf and turf thing where you get a filet mignon and a lobster tail. So I did that like 5 nights out of the week. Even if I liked the entrees, I still got that.
Yeah,
just because I wanted the lobster tail, and the steak was fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah.
I had steak and lobster for like 6 out of the 7 nights.
Oh my God, amazing.
So I didn't want a steak. I didn't want any seafood or anything like that. But like this crispy chicken sandwich, it just sounded so good.
Yeah, and it was amazing,
unreal. I was so happy we went.
So you did that. You got your weed. You guys went and had that amazing dinner.
So here's where it kind of gets funny. We get to the airport, and like when I told Vanessa that I was bringing the gummies onto the boat, she got very like antsy about it.
Worried about it. Yeah. I get that. So there's still a very big stigma around it, but
I looked up.
It's a lot of gray areas, right, with like travel and especially.
It was pretty specific. You're not supposed to.
Okay.
I just felt it was worth the risk.
Gray area. Rules are meant to be broken.
I looked it up, and they said if your flight's Canada to Canada, you can travel with up to 30 grams of weed. And I'm like,
yes, it's true.
Okay, well, if that's the fucking case, I'm just going to put it in my bag, and if they, see it and call me out, like, fuck off, whatever, it was $30.
No, you're allowed to, but I think that it has to be in an unopened package, I believe.
Okay, well, in the end, you'll see. So I don't tell Vanessa, and I'm like, if I get pulled aside and they pull this out, she's gonna fucking kill me. So
in the airport, yeah. Oh my God.
So we're going through.
So you had
my bag goes through, and it gets pulled aside as like we need to go through this, and I'm like, fuck.
Because of the
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So I get to the thing.
They're probably like, "What's this?" And you're like, "Oh, deodorant? Yeah, you're good. Okay, see ya."
Well, my initial thought was like, fuck, I have to wait in another line now.
Yeah.
And it kind of hit me afterwards. I'm like, fuck, they're going to look at the weed, and then that's a whole other discussion. But then I stand in the line, and it's like these two people. And the one I understood, but I still was like, you could have thought a little bit ahead. It was like a woman with an autistic son.
Yes.
And she had like a giant thing of Nutella that was open.
You can bring that kind of stuff
and
on.
That's what he said. And she was like, it's the only thing he'll eat. And I was like, I get that, but like, get a smaller tub, man. That like you could have gotten a bigger one at Costco.
Yeah. But
they ended up letting it through.
Well, thankfully, because
but it's still something I have to watch.
Yeah,
right.
Especially in that instance, so it's nice that they allowed her to have the Nutella.
And we weren't crossing the border, so I think that helps.
Yes, yeah.
But the other line, this one really drove me up the fucking wall. It's these two like older ladies.
Yeah.
And they're
bringing something stupid with them.
Well, so in Alaska, they have something called an ulu knife. I have one in the kitchen here.
They're
but
trying
it's
to
like,
bring a knife.
It's a rounded blade with a handle like this. So like
I know what I've seen them. Yes, I know what they are.
They had like 6 of them in their fucking carry-on. And the guy's like, you can't bring this on a plane. She's like, but we've checked all of our luggage. We can't make it through. I'm like, you're not going to win this battle.
Well, why wouldn't you put the knives, check the knives?
Yeah. And so he's like, you can go back and go to like UPS and mail it to yourself.
Yeah.
And she's like, but then we have to come all the way back through and stand in this line. He's like, yep.
That's
and
how
they're standing there, and I'm sitting there like,
it's for your safety.
Fucking go through.
It's for your safety, man.
Yeah. How stupid! Like I could
in a post
like brass knuckles that are a blade,
dude. In a post 9/11 world.
How dumb
do you have to be to think that you can walk onto even a domestic flight with 6 knives in your fucking carry-on? Like give your head a shake.
We bought one. I took it out. I literally have a cut right there just from taking the plastic cover off. I took the plastic cover off. I thought my finger slipped and it just like whoosh.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, and it like
this is gonna be great for making.
I had to golf with this finger.
Oh no, you're like
my life is so hard.
Oh no, I went on an Alaskan cruise and now my finger hurts. Will I golf all day?
So
I think you're doing just fine, Adam.
So
life's going pretty good for Adam right now.
They finally leave. The old ladies. I don't know what they ended up doing. But they're like, my flight's not till 6.
Then go ship yourselves.
Ask how many people give a fuck about what time your flight's at. Get out of the way.
Nobody.
So, anyways, I get up. They pull my bag over. They ask which one it is.
Yeah.
I know exactly where the weed is. I'm watching the front pocket. She tosses it down. Not really careful with it either, but she unzips the main thing, and I'm like, you're not going to find what you're looking for. And then she takes out my water bottle. It's filled with water.
Oh, my God. They cared about the water.
Yeah, so they emptied it out, and she tosses my thing back through.
What a time to be alive.
Holy shit.
Well, but that's the thing, though. But, like, and I get why you were, like, anxious and, like, but
I was pretty toasty, too. But I had just finished, like, my 4th joint of the 3 hours we were out. So.
But at the same time, see, even before, like, if you walk through the airport stinking like weed, they'd be like, oh, my God, we're going to pull this guy's. Now it's like, especially you're in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Everybody's high. Everybody's high.
Yeah.
But I can understand still, like, there's that's unfortunately, there's that stigma still.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you still feel guilty about having, like, you know
it should be okay.
You can take that weed onto the fucking plane.
Yeah.
No problem, but you still feel guilty. We got to get past that.
I know.
Right? And, like, even I'm not going to name any names, and he's probably not going to listen, but some people I work with, like I had another guy I work with on the show, Kevin, and we're talking about weed, and there's a picture of him.
I'm not going to name anybody.
Well, not the people that were saying about it, but Kevin was on the show, so I can name him. But and they're like, oh, you shouldn't be posting you guys smoking weed on there. I'm like, what's the difference? What's the difference between
drinking a beer,
somebody posting a picture of them drinking beers on the weekend, and me smoking a joint? There's no difference now. It's not illegal.
I know.
Right? But there's still this stigma. And you know what? Maybe it's going to take another 10, 15 years. And once all the old hardcore anti-pot people are gone, then that's going to be it.
My uncle...
It's a new world.
...came down from Toronto for a family reunion, I think, like 2 years ago. And he was like, Walter, he makes his own wine, like all that stuff. Obviously.
Amazing. Obviously smokes.
And he's like, don't you try some of this? And so I'm trying it, and I turn around, like, my aunt who, like, has never even looked at the stuff. I don't know what her past is, but like,
and she just sparked up a joint or something.
So I'm like mid toke and she, oh my god. And I was like, oh, fuck, did I just start something?
She like comes over and like slaps a joint out of your hand. What are you doing?
Well, I felt like it was just a conversation for the rest of the night. And it was like, when did you start? Like, I was like,
oh my god,
10, 15 years ago.
My buddy Bob.
My buddy Robert, like,
came over with an apple.
Carved out like this weird hole in it and just told me to breathe.
Yeah, trust me, it'll work.
It's going to be fun. And I caved like a motherfucker.
Now I can't even go on a cruise.
Now I'm hooked.
Thanks for wrecking my life.
It's taking me down this deep hole.
Oh no, but no. You can for anyone that doesn't believe that you can be a functioning member of society and still enjoy partaking in the smoking and eating of marijuana, then I feel sorry for you because, dude, marijuana's got me in a lot of trouble over the years. And a lot of stuff, and I'm sure a lot of other people too, in a lot of worse situations than I was in, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But now it's like none of that means anything, because think about the people that like they got charged with possession of marijuana, even like not even on a small amount. They can wreck someone's life. Now, not anymore. Like in the States, people go to jail for years for marijuana.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, now it's a marijuana. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
How much money could these people fucking capitalize on like putting a weed stop in the middle of Alaska? Like, if you just legalize it, like so many people would flock there. How many people would go on trails?
Well, is it legal
all the time?
It's legal. It's state
on a state level, but still, like
the
guy was like, "Don't go smoking it like down the street in front of like all these people. Like, just be smart about it."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
basically, it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Still, right?
And I was like, still, that feels like.
Yeah.
And I walked by.
I feel dirty doing it.
I walked by two people in Alaska and like. I made sure I try to be very conservative about it. Like I enjoy it, but I'm not gonna like blow it in somebody's face.
You're Canadian. You're courteous. You're trying to be nice about it. Yeah.
So these two guys are like moving a desk, and I like have the joint in my hand, but I like curl it in so like people can't see it and stuff, and like I'm not smoking it directly in front of people. And these guys are moving the desk, and apparently like everybody in our group heard them go like, "Oh, what a fucking asshole smoking weed," blah blah blah, and I'm like.
Oh,
what?
Come on! Who
are you?
I bought it in your town, asshole. Yeah, fuckers.
It's just like I was like, what?
Oh my god!
Come on. Anyways, that's like the end of the trip. We ended up going home again. Flight was smooth. We got on, no delays. We took the bus limo home right to our driveway. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah. The only downside of the whole thing was like I had to work on Monday, but it was a golf tournament in Toronto. And I had to be there at 7:15, but that's like 3:15 my time for what I'm used to out in Alaska. And I got literally 0 minutes of sleep. So I was
my God,
I just showed up and I'm like, drink a lot of coffee.
Let's get our golf on.
Get your water on, soak in the cold while you can, and just suffer through the heat.
Amazing.
And I got home at 5 o'clock that day, and I slept for 15 hours straight.
I bet it was the best sleep ever, eh?
Yeah, I slept down here. I was trying to stay up for Vanessa to come home from work, and I ended up on the sofa. She wakes me up at like 1 a.m. She's like, "You might want to come to bed."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay." I drag myself up, instantly asleep. Like 10 seconds later, I didn't wake up till like 8:45.
The next night.
Today.
Oh, today. This morning. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like.
Well, that's good.
It was
pretty ready. You're like, I got a big day. Bob's coming over. I'm making my specialty. Smash burgers, make it happen.
A work from day home.
Yeah.
Or work from home day. Wow.
You had a work from home day.
And I was like, I know I can get a lot of my work done while I'm kind of like prepping some of this stuff or whatever.
And again, thank you. It was amazing and delicious.
I went to the effort, but honestly,
you're a very gracious host, and I appreciate you.
If it's a weekend, I'll really set you up.
Well, I would like to. I love cooking too. We should plan when we hang out. We'll do like a grocery store run together and get all the stuff and just cook a bunch of amazing shit. I got the smoker. We get the smoker going. We could do a bunch of shit. Yeah.
Any of the game meat that you get. I'm so interested.
I'm going deer hunting. I'm going deer hunting this year. Nice. So if I bag a deer, I will definitely hook you up big time. Get you some deer, because you can't. Just so people know, you can't sell game meat. That's actually illegal. Yeah. So you have to gift it to people. But guess what? I have no problem giving it to you, my man. Yeah,
that's what I mean. We we go deer hunting in the fall too.
Yeah.
And I seem to be the bad luck. When I'm there, we don't see a fucking thing. And the day I'm not there, like the one day I was available last week or last year.
Well, just don't. You don't shower for a couple days before you go.
I didn't do that.
If you smell
I'm in sales, man. I can't.
Yeah, if you smell like Old Spice, those fucking. You put your deodorant on those, or you use body wash. Fuck, man, they'll catch a whiff of that. You basically just got to make yourself gross for a couple days.
Well, because I participate.
Just don't put fragrancy stuff on, right?
But because I participate, they like save me some of the meat.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
They like
It's like a code of hunters, right? Like if you don't get a tag, if you don't get a kill, when you're out there pushing the bush or in the stand with the guys, they're gonna take care of you, right?
But we did like pepperettes, like venison pepperettes.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
We had I got some chunks of meat for like roast and like ground meat and stuff like that.
Like you can get like tips and blades and stuff.
And we had bear meat left over, and so we made
bear's actually really good.
Yeah, we made some sausages out of that too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing later? Let's go get some.
They're all gone now. We've eaten through.
I did want to ask you that. Did you happen to see any kind of bear when you were there?
No, you did ask me that actually.
Did
I? No,
I
didn't see any bears.
Well, I didn't remember if I did or not.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us all about your Alaskan trip.
Yeah, it was
amazing.
cool.
It was great to have you back on the show.
Yeah, honestly, it was just a good excuse to.
I'm glad we've reconnected.
Get you over here.
Yeah, right. I'm glad we reconnected.
We had a great trip to Fatty Patty's the other day.
Dude, it was amazing. Yeah.
Good food, good deals.
We almost hit that 15 drink limit when we were there.
We might have.
I was pretty into.
We each had a pitcher. Just to start.
And just so everyone knows, Vanessa drove us.
Yeah, my girlfriend kindly offered to drive us.
Yeah, so we were able to get hammered. We both had a pitcher. We both at least had another pint plus probably 4 or 5 mixed drinks each, doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, and we did
the Coke and whiskey went down real nice.
Too. I don't even know. But listen, thank you. I love you. We'll definitely gonna have you back on. I'd love to do us do a video Bob chat at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll make that happen. We're gonna hang out a bunch, do a bunch of shit, get the women together.
Mm-hmm.
And just remember, Bob chat listeners, the first 5 days after the weekend are always the hardest. But then it's the weekend again.
Yeah, I like that.
Just remember that. Oh, and the naked man fears no pickpocket. I'm just dropping wisdom.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember you asked me to drop a line last time. You any words of advice?
Yeah, what do you got?
I actually thought about it, so I've got another one. I did not come up with this, and I'm sure other people have seen it. But this guy was asked, like, he's like pretty well off. And he was like, if you had 30 seconds to give anybody a piece of advice, what would it be? And he goes, if you're ever in like a situation where like a stressful situation, like write down all of the problems. Like what are the things that have to be solved?
Yeah.
And anything that you cannot personally control, cross it out and worry about the things you can.
Boom. Knowledge.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, fuck, that's like, I knew that, but for somebody to like verbalize it for me and be like,
sometimes you need like even the simplest things. You need someone to put it into perspective for you, right? And then, that's it. So listen, stay up, fam. I love you. Bobchat loves you.
Thank God to Kirkland Batteries.
Yeah, Kirkland Batteries, baby.
Yeah.
We are on the go, on location. It's Bobchat. You guys know where we're at. You know where to find us. Tell your friends. My Nana loves Bobchat. Your Nana can love Bobchat too. Peace out, you guys. See you later.
See ya.
See ya. That's nice. Bye, Adam. Bye.
I want my pockets in my lady, simple life but not too crazy. I'm slim but I ain't shady, fuck you if you hate me. I'm rocking the mic cause it's Bobchat, baby.